And finally, before lunch, we have a very short session which will give you an idea of the genesis of this Artha Forum. So now I request Mr. Rajiv Srivastav. He's the founder of the Artha Forum and the managing partner of Basel Growth Corporation. And Mr. Sanjeev Maheshwari, he's partner and CFO in Basel. They are both visionaries. Please do come on stage. And they are truly the epitome of having passion to spread the compassion. And I know they work as a team, always thinking how they can spread the message, make a difference to the world, to the people that they are interacting and dealing with. So now over to them, Mr. Rajiv Srivastav and Mr. Sanjeev Maheshwari. They will give us the genesis of the Artha Forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nupur, for the kind words. Rajiv and I were thinking whether we should start with that, but I thought in the last few sessions the context has been really laid by all the speakers in terms of their contribution. First of all, besides Rajiv and myself, we have other Basel team members. We have Samir, we have Nishant, Ruchi, Snehal, and so many other people who have helped us in terms of evolving and working on this concept. So it has evolved over the last 2 years. And just like so many of Maharaj's projects, frankly, Artha Forum has also been inspired by Maharaj's teachings. And it is basically something which I would say Rajiv and we have Kushal over here went through in terms of creating an enterprise which was blessed by Maharaj. And at the core of that enterprise was basically charity. So charity was not like a subsidiary byproduct which was there, saying that if I make profit, then I would, donate something, or it became like a CSR activity. Fundamentally, charity was inbuilt into the business. So it was as if charity was a shareholder in the business itself. So that was something which they went through. I think it was a very enlightening and maybe very powerful experience for them. And they wanted to take this message out to a broader audience, not only within the country but also outside. And that inspiration, as we have been seeing, right from what Maharaj has been saying and Ajay Piraman has mentioned, that once the foundation, it's the foundational change. So with the Vedic wisdom, once the foundational change really took place, it becomes much easier to accept this and then, put a part of your wealth for charity. Also, I think the experience was that, in some of the business traditional families, they have traditional businesses where it is hard for people to say that, part of the business I would put for charity, because that's something which comes, as a generational thing, generation after generation. But in some of these businesses, we found the newer generation which was there, the next generation kids, they didn't want to either get into the same businesses, they wanted to get into maybe more recent technological businesses. And when we spoke to some of these business families, they were happily willing to come forward saying that, okay, for this new business, we don't mind creating a corpus for charity. And I think it also inspired the younger generation, because there's so much of wealth which is already created in these families that possibly there is no motivation for the young generation to carry it forward. But with the charity motive and the charity at the heart of it, it became really very inspirational for the young generation, as well as maybe I think we have some examples which Rajiv will take us through. So the reason why we approached basically entrepreneurs and business people, because maybe we come from that background and it was easier for us to connect with them. And we have taken this message over a period of time to various geographies, which you will see in multiple areas. And we have people here who have supported it. We have people from Silicon Valley, we have people from East Coast, Singapore and other places who have come here. So in their respective geographies, they have taken this message And we have seen it's still early days, I would say, but it has had an impact, and there are people who are coming forward and accepting this message of making charity as the core to business. So I think this is just a brief presentation which is there. So it was created like an online community where, as I mentioned, that the Vedic wisdom was at the heart of it. Connected entrepreneurs, professionals, business leaders. It's a non-profit initiative which was started by Basil Partners. And some of the quotes of Maharaj. I think we already had, as an example, some trailblazers in this business. We have Mr. Mafatlal here, Dr. Desai, who had been already doing it for a long time. But we wanted to take it, to people and package the message in a manner which was acceptable to the family and to the younger generation. So here are some examples which are there, and I think Rajiv will take you through some live examples of what happened when we took this message.
I know I stand between you and lunch. I'll just be brief, but I thought it important to to see how how Vedic wisdom, which many entrepreneurs are now imbibing into their businesses, and how it is changing their lives and also the lives of so many others. I remember many years back visiting the AGAS group. AGAS group is owned by a dear friend of mine, Eric D'Souza in Bahrain. And I had met Eric way back in 86, 87 when we were organizing a World Congress on Science and Religion. And after many years, I reconnected with him. And when I met him, he had two wonderful daughters. Both of them, one of them got admitted to UPenn, the other is in NYU Stern. And Eric, who was in technology, has done a very successful business in oil. And his daughters, we're trying to find out what we are doing. And they were very enthused by trying to do business with a view to giving back to, to society under the spiritual master's advice. And so they told their father, in fact, they told me that, we don't want to join our dad's oil business. We want to do something else, something like what you are doing. So Eric said, Rajiv, you're meeting me after 18 years. And both my daughters, who are very, very good, now you want them to move away from my business into something else. And actually, Eric, what we shared with Eric was, we are not able to tell people what to do with, the current status of their wealth or their business. But we shared with him that why don't you do every new business with this viewpoint, that at least the new business that you would do, dedicate, a piece of that to giving back to society. Of course, both of them are very, committed followers of ISKCON, and now Eric and his daughters are actually doing businesses. They are doing it under the AGAS brand, but their entire theme is to do business with a view to giving back. There is another example, GAV, which is Sanjay Balram. His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Swami, who's here, will remember that in November 2007, Sanjay Balram, and me went to Vrindavan, and Sanjay Balram took blessings from His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Swami, saying that, I have spent 8 years in a business, but right now, I'm motivated to give half my wealth, that now the business will generate for the next, whenever I get an exit. And Sanjay Balram, and we can now see that, as Maharaj would, even say that how doing the same business. He was running a business, but now he's running the business with a very, very different, in one sense, drive. And his drive is, how can I serve my Guru and Lord Krishna through this business? And, I'm so, in one sense, I learned so much by seeing the mood of all these wonderful entrepreneurs that Sanjay finally he brought the business to a sale, and when he sold his shares, he would repeatedly tell me that make sure that the buyer does not wire the money first to me. I would like to make sure that he wires the portion allocated to charity first, and then he wires the money to me. So, here is a person who, these are not, billionaires or who made hundreds of millions of dollars, but they are inculcating this, deep spirituality that, the Bhagavad Gita and our Vedic scriptures have to teach into their day-to-day life. And, he even said that the shares, he doesn't want to keep in his name. He's, donating the shares, of the unsold portion straight into a charity. So truly, a great experience to see all these entrepreneurs who are inspired by His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, who are inspired by, His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj to doing the same work that they would otherwise be doing, but not by the motivation of greed, but by the motivation of service to Guru and Lord Krishna. We have, Naveen from Nityo, who has, in October 2005, I remember him coming to Gita Nagari, where His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj was there, and, he just had the simple idea that he said, I have to meet Maharaj before I start my business. And, I'm an investor in his business, and, both of us have, dedicated half that business to charity, and today that business, which was 0 million, has, grown to over 70 million in revenues. And this year, he's, he hasn't come here, but he has, at least made up his mind that he will now start the process of selling the business so he can actually do some service to Maharaj. We have, China Diamond in Hong Kong in diamond business, and I will also just tell you, my dear friends from the Anchor Group, that after selling their, their prime business to Panasonic, now they have decided that all new businesses that they are now going to be doing, they are dovetailing a portion of that to charity. And all of you will be happy to know, and I will request His Holiness Maharaj, Radhanath Maharaj, to they have sold 2 businesses, and they have, I don't want to embarrass them, so I will not, try and mention the exact amount, but crores of rupees they have given to charity. And in fact, their children, both Devanshi, Karan, and Kunal, they have, shared the same, mood. And they feel we would like to continue doing business, growing the businesses, and when we sell, we would like to definitely give a good part of that to charitable causes. Just very quickly, these are the various events that we've had in Artha all over the world, and there are many more entrepreneurs right from Silicon Valley to here who are all. So this is basically a network of entrepreneurs, professionals, where can we do business with a different motivation? Can we do business not keeping greed into the forefront of doing business? We have several luminaries right here. We see pictures of Damodar Reddy. It's Sushant, who's right here. Sushant founded CMOS Inc., which was listed on NASDAQ. We have Nitin Mehta. We had another event in Silicon Valley at TIE. We had an event in Mumbai. Then we had a joint event with HSBC in London. We had another event in Princeton where, Dr. Naveen Mehta, Alfred Ford, Hiren Patel, and Vikram were all participants. The recent one was in Silicon Valley in June 2014. His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj was addressing everybody in Mumbai, and His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj at another event in Singapore. So this is about Artha Forum in brief. Thank you all so much for coming, and we hope you all will come the next year, as we hope to make this an annual event. Thank you. Hare Krishna.